Sorry, I'm a little slow today. Share screen. Okay. Anyway, welcome today. Joe, if you don't know me, my name is Brooke Guthman, and I'm the chair of this group. We are a satellite group out of Carbondale, but we are creating a group here in Murphysboro. So anyway, guests today, we have Joe Fry with Murphysboro Park District. Everybody else, I believe, is members, and Jeff Craig, who hopefully will be joining us later, will also, Valerie Hermits, which is Shane's wife, as well as Whitney Endries, we've filled out their membership application, and it will actually go to the board tonight to approve. So they will be new members with us. Okay, does anybody have any good news to share today? I will start. I had, I don't know, a crazy kind of last week and yesterday, and I'm like extremely excited that that's over with. So for me, that's a big deal, and it's pretty much it. My kids, I don't know, like many of grandkids and kids that we have going on in here, just lots of sports going on. So I just hope that we can maintain our sanity. But anybody else?
I think the potential of adding 3 new members to our growing club is good news to celebrate.
Yes. Okay, well, the Carbondale group meeting is tomorrow. So as always, it's the link here shown. Are you guys receiving those emails from Carbondale?
Yes.
You are? Okay, great.
And I was actually going to tell you, I don't know, Jeff did get an email from you. Yeah, you said that you didn't think it went through. So I emailed him and said we'd get it worked out. And he said he received it. So
I actually CC'd him.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, but Whitney's did not, and neither did Valerie's. I just had his in my email so I could go through, but unless they're what you showed me, it just had their name and a link, and I probably could have went back in and clicked on their link and got their email, but I didn't have it with me. So
gotcha.
I'll work on that for next time and make sure those are included. So the annual Fun Point Challenge is extended now till May 15th. So if you have any questions, contact Janice. The district grant project, this was, I think we did a preliminary. We immediately, whenever it was open on April 1st, we might have already reported that last time, but we did submit a grant for that. And I think it was received okay. Is that right, Shane? There was no issue with it or anything? Great.
Yes, they have it, and they will be reviewing and awarding those probably by late April, early May.
Okay, great. I had also included in my email that this is kind of a recap of what we talked about last week with, just being a new club and establishing our 4 committees. So basically my email was to see if, while we are still small, if everybody would consider joining at least one of these to kind of get it going. Shane, could you maybe elaborate a little bit more on time commitment as far as, these wouldn't.
Probably the ones that will have, each one can take up as much or as little time as the group desires. The committee should probably work together. That can be done either Zoom or in person as it's allowed. Membership and public image will have maybe a couple hours of training a year that the district heavily encourages you to attend. Like, for example, there's some assembly training this Saturday at 10 a.m. for people that are in charge of committees like Membership Foundation and Secretary Treasurer and President and Chair-elects. But the participation level should be at least an hour or a quarter, I'm guessing, and then training's a couple hours a year. So it can be as little as 3 hours a year to as much as you want to get active. Quick summary, is that good? Any questions on it?
Nope, and we can continue to talk about this. I just thought I would bring that up. Okay, so we'll just go in first. Kelsey was good enough to secure us a speaker today. So I'll pass it to you, Joe, if you're ready. Did you want to share your screen or anything, or do you?
No, I didn't prepare anything that fancy.
Okay. Perfect. I'm just going to stop sharing then for right now.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm very excited to hear that there's another community service type organization that's popping up in Murphysboro. There's a lot of good following from the ones that are here, and I'm excited there's more people wanting to get involved in our community. Kelsey had mentioned that she wanted me to come and just talk about the Park District and sort of some of the events and things that we have going for this summer, and things that we've had in the past and how COVID affected us. COVID affected us very heavily last year. We didn't do anything last year. All of our major scale events were canceled. All of our youth sports were canceled. We did a couple of small programs. We did the Easter egg at Halloween time program, where we went and egged people's houses. That was the one-off event that we managed to squeeze out while all the COVID stuff was really going on. But we have a much more ambitious plan for this coming year. We have the Rec Shack over at Longfellow Park, which is a project that we did with Kiwanis. We're hoping to get it opened up the first week of May. And what it is just a place where community members can come and check out recreation equipment free of charge and use it at any of the parks in town. And we're hoping to get that staffed and up and running here soon. We've got our men's slow pitch softball, which is going to happen this year. It happened last year as well during all the COVID stuff. We managed to make it work, and it's happening again this year. We have the family vacation night, which is a joint project that's coming up on May the 10th. That's with Kiwanis and the Positive Youth Development Coalition and Sally Logan Library and a few other partners. At the end of May, we're going to turn the splash pad on for this year. We're very excited about that, and I think there's going to be a lot of little kids excited about that. In June, we're hoping to get started with our first trial run of a adult kickball league. Sandwiched around the 4th of July, we've got our Kids in the Park events, which are just free one-off events that happen on Mondays, geared towards families, magicians, science experiments, those types of things. Just 1 hour events to get people out and into the parks. We're hoping to do fireworks on the 4th of July this year. In the month of July, we're hoping that we can roll out some concert series. We're looking at doing maybe some solos on the shell in the month of July. And then in September, we partner with the Chamber of Commerce and do the Riverside Art, Wine, and Blues Fest. And then you push it all the way out to October, and we've got the community night out and hopefully the Big Muddy Brew Fest, which is the Vitalized 62966, I believe, is taking that over previously to the Friends of Murphysboro. So that's kind of what we've got going on. And I'm very excited to see what you guys have going on and sort of what your missions and what your mission is and what the goal is for the Rotary Club here for Murphysboro.
Well, we are fairly new, so we're really kind of just trying to get our feet on the ground and work on like even our due structure to see what kind of dollars we have to work with. So yeah, we've talked about a few community service projects, about maybe collaborating with Main Street on their cleanup day. And then right now, what you had saw a minute ago was a district grant that we applied for to do a backpack project for Carruthers School. So the idea would be to provide not just any backpack, but like nicer backpacks and full of like school supplies that are usually needed. Maybe some disinfectant wipes, snacks, maybe some simple like toiletry items such as like socks and things like that. Just a basic and just however many we can get with the money that we have. So that's kind of the one service project that we're working on right now, but we're open to talk about some of the stuff that you know, the park district would need, or any ideas that you guys would have as well.
You know,
Yeah.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to mention that I know I had talked to, I know you're partnering up with the Chamber for the Art, Wine, and Blues Festival. And I know that Jean had talked to us here at the branch about volunteering for that. I don't know if you had a date set for that. As he said, you weren't sure if you were going to do September 11th or October, was that 3rd maybe? But I was going to mention that here in Rotary, as well as to my group, October 2nd, I guess, as well as to my group here, and see kind of what your thoughts were on volunteer opportunities there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of volunteer opportunities there. I think September the 11th is the first choice, and then the backup choice is October the 2nd for those. The Art, Wine, and Blues Fest relies heavily on the kind of volunteers and stuff in the past to help with, you know, tickets at the front gate. We're exploring the option if people are allowed to do wine tastings, possibly having people help to do pourings and things like that. There's a discussion of possibly doing like a VIP tent and needing additional people to kind of help in there. And then of course, there's just parking in general is always a big issue, and keeping people out there. I know that they try to break it down into like 4-hour time blocks for volunteers. So if volunteer hours are something that you guys are looking for, Jean at the Chamber, more than happy to get you guys on board and get you some hours, I'm sure.
Just a little follow-up, but it's kind of a two-part thing here. I went to the chamber meeting as a representative for Jackson Growth Alliance last week, and he said the same thing about wanting, the first preference was the September date for the Art, Wine, and Blues Fest. And I had talked with him, and actually I need to get something scheduled with him. We were going to meet to talk about, I think this might have even been an idea that he's wanted to do, is create like a community calendar, which is something that I've wanted to do with the Revitalize group, but call it September in Murphysboro. So it would be like one piece of communications that would have everything that everybody's doing in that entire month to really promote the area. So because we already have 3 weekend events in September, if we have the Art, Wine, and Blues Fest, Apple Festival, and then the next week is barbecue, is what other things, like what class reunions are going to be going on these weekends? You know, what is the park district, if you have a concert series, or, you know, like the sunset concerts that have been traditionally done at the Shell, like on Thursdays, like have a complete community calendar that can be one piece of promotion, that everybody is kind of not just promotes their own event, but promotes the whole month in general. So I'm going to talk with, we're going to get together and, you know, kind of strategize some ideas, and then get everybody together, like a representative from the Apple Festival, Amy Mills. I would love to have you, Joe, in the conversation. Jean, of course, and then just kind of put that together to where you can make it really fun for the whole month. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. And then the other part of that too is Kelsey is for Molly Blue with Revitalize is taking over the Big Muddy Brew Fest. And I know that she's also looking for people to rebuild that group. I know Brad Fager is helping her this first year, but that is something that I'm not a beer drinker by any means, but I'm probably going to get involved in that as well. But that's also another opportunity. And I think that's October 9th.
Yes, it is.
Anything else, Joe? Is there anything going on at the building or anything like that? I saw where you guys do some food pickup.
You're right. The The Murphysboro Youth and Rec Center group, they've been running food pantry pickups on Mondays from 10 to noon. And then every third Thursday, they run every third Tuesday of the month. They've been doing the drive-through pickup market for those in need. And that's the drive-through one is particularly popular.
So is that in conjunction with the food pantry, or is that something separate?
It's
We're losing them.
You must have scared him.
There you go.
Okay, now you're back.
yeah, sorry about that. No, it isn't in conjunction with the food pantry. It's a standalone.
Great. Anything else? Are you guys involved in the hometown Christmas at all, or? Is it
Other than
just-
providing space and some extra helping hands and stuff, we don't do too awful much with them.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions?
I don't think so.
Anything else you have to add, Joe?
No, I don't think so. Again, thanks for having me, though. Like I said, I'm excited to hear that there's more people wanting to be involved in our community. It's growing. It's looking really good around here. So more people being involved and wanting to make it even better is a great thing.
It is. My husband, he sent me a picture. I guess there's some new awnings even downtown today. So there's all kinds of moving and shaking going on. I love to see it, all of it. So, well, thank you, Joe, for joining us today. Next week, it looks like Julie has May 4th, and I think she's maybe, unless something's changed, Kelsey, is she planning on bringing somebody from Start?
Yeah, that's the plan. I can verify that with her. But yeah, that's the last I heard from her. She was gonna do somebody from Start.
Okay, and then after that, it's Dennis or Bart, and then Dennis. And I think Dennis is gonna talk to us about some accounting, exciting stuff. So you don't want to miss it. But Joe, you're welcome to join us anytime. We are virtual at noon on the first and third Tuesdays of the month.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Or if you know of anybody else who would like to join.
Yes,
Keep that
absolutely.
in mind too. We do occasionally get people who come in just wanting to know how they can be involved in the community, because since we're uptown and we're a park, people look to us sometimes for that. So I'll be happy to forward on you guys' contact info when people are looking for things.
Well, I'm going to send you my email address. That way you have it. And my phone number. You can get in contact with me or Kelsey for that matter. And that is pretty much all. So in closing, Brad, I didn't ask you beforehand, but will you lead us in the 4-way test? You're on mute.
Hang on a second. I'm off of mute now, aren't I?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna, are you
So
gonna?
if for those, because I don't know that I actually gave instruction, but at the close of every Rotary, just do like a 4-way test. So Brad will say the 4-way test of what we think, say, or do, and then we just follow along with point 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Are you gonna project those up so everybody can see them, Brooke?
Oh, I'm sorry. There we go.
Okay, if everybody would join me in saying the 4-way test of what we think, say, or do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned?
All connected.
Third, will it
Will
build?
it build goodwill,
Will build
better
good
friendship?
goodwill and better friendships.
And fourth,
Will
Will it be
be beneficial to all concerned.
Okay. Okay, and that's it. Well, thank you everybody for today, and I will see you next time.
Thank you. Thanks, Joe.
Thank
Thanks again.
Thanks.